And get into the content for today. And what I want to talk about is pretty important. It's a question that I get all the time in my group. And it's a question, it's kind of a problem with mindset if you start asking this question, to me at least. And the question is, how long do I wait before I pitch my MLM product, service, opportunity, anything like that? How long do I wait? And there's a couple of things wrong with that question. And the first one is it's kind of a self-centered question. How long do I wait before I can actually pitch them? How long can do I have to do this ring around the rosy before I can pitch them? You got to take that out of your mind. You can't think like that. Your job as a network marketing professional is education and understanding. It's not to recruit people. It's not to get people to sign up. It's not to gather customers. It's not to be a headhunter. It's not to be a shark. It's not to be any of that. Your job is education and understanding. And so you have to go into it with that mindset. And so what I like to do with my prospects that I meet, recently we just switched churches, actually not recently, about a year ago. And I had to meet new people at the church, and I wouldn't just come right out and talk about my MLM opportunity and my network marketing company. I wouldn't do that. You have to establish a relationship first. Now, whatever that looks like to you, whether you go out to dinner a couple of times, whether you hang out a couple of times, whatever that is to you, you have to have an established relationship first, because it is 10 times harder to pitch to somebody your product, service, or opportunity when you don't already have a relationship. It's so much easier to develop that relationship and then simply ask for a favor for them to take a look. Has nothing to do with pitch. You shouldn't have to pitch anything. What you do is ask for the favor. Hey, I know we've been hanging out for quite a while. I've gotten to know a lot about you. You've gotten to know a lot about me. I was wondering if you kept your options open for making additional income. Then you just see what the answer is. If the answer is no, you don't want to be talking to them anyways. Drop it. Be their friend. Don't ever bring it up again unless they approach you after seeing some things that you've been doing. Another thing that I like to do first is I need to know my prospects well enough, at least in my warm market and my hot market. I need to know them well enough to be able to show them how my product, service, or opportunity can benefit them or can create something in their life or change something in their life that I know is bothering them or is hindering them from doing other things. And so once I know that, then it's a lot easier for me to invite to take a look. I'll give you an example. Last summer, after a couple of months after we had moved churches and we got to know some people, I was talking with a guy who was trying to be a coach and a teacher. And he was currently an aide at the school. So he was applying for an opening in a coaching and teaching position, and he didn't know if he was going to get it or not. And of course, the aides get paid a whole lot less money than teachers and coaches do. So he was kind of worried about it. And I said, hey, man, I don't know if you're going to get that teaching, coaching position. I would love for that to happen for you. Do you have a plan in place in case you don't? And he said, no. And I said, would you be willing to take a look at something that may or may not be of value to you and could benefit you in the future? Yeah, I'd love to take a look at that. And that's what we did. We took a look at it. He said, that was great. I need to get started on this now. We got started. And then he started the school year. He actually ended up getting the job, but he's still building his network marketing organization and his business. And so it's all about being able to fill a need in your prospects' lives. If you don't know them well enough to know a need that could be filled by your product, service, or opportunity, then you don't need to pitch them yet. And you need to get the word pitch out of your mind. It's not a pitch. A pitch is when you're going down the elevator and you notice a guy in a nice suit and you want to know what he does and if he's open to other opportunities. You have no idea who that is. That's a pitch. With your warm market and your hot market, there's no pitching. You figure out what in their life needs to be fixed or a need that they have, and you show them how your product, service, or opportunity can fill that need for them. And so you have to have a relationship with people first. Otherwise, they're not going to give you a second look. Once you've established that relationship, they will at least do you the favor of taking a look.